Okay, and we're back, and this time I'm here with Spike Spencer.
Hello.
Spike, believe it or not, from that deep baritone voice, was the voice of Shinji Ikari.
That was me, yes.
And it's a character that kind of came back to haunt you over and over again, didn't it?
Every time I went to a convention, anywhere, yes, I always get it. Hi, Shinji. No, I'm Spike. No, Shinji. No, it's Spike.
Yeah. So I'm trying to recall. This was like the third thing you ever did for ADV. I know you came in. You first started with us on Gunsmith Cats. On the second one, did a couple little bits.
Super Atragon. First thing I ever did for you
Super
guys.
Atragon, right. There's a little bit in there in Super Atragon. And then
2
Gunsmith Cats. And then Sweet Coden. You were the lead in Sweet Coden. And
I
then,
love that one.
And then here you were on this one suddenly with the lead in the series. This was actually the second series we ever did. So it was, it was a whole new experience. And, of course, I was co-directing at this point with Amanda Wynn, who has since become Amanda Wynn Lee.
Yes. She's the whole reason I'm even doing this.
Yeah, you guys were in an independent feature film together, right?
Yes, that no one ever saw.
Yeah, there's a lot of those going around, I've noticed.
If you ever see it, it's called Imposters. And it's, well, I don't know if it's out there or not. If it is, let me know. I'm due some money.
Oh, well, that's always important to know. So, I'm trying to remember putting myself back in the time. We were doing this. This was one of the first shows we were recording in the new ADV studios that were actually here at the Bentliff location as opposed to over at the old studios.
And that was back when it was one studio, wasn't it?
One studio, yeah.
One little bitty studio.
And that was actually when the studio only had a single booth in it. And I remember we were having a lot of trouble on this show trying to figure out how to mic you, as there were so many screams and so on going on. Every time you screamed, it would just kind of bleed over, and we were like, okay, and, well, try moving further away from the mic. And, no, okay. Did a lot of screaming in that first episode.
There was a lot of screaming. We lost our voice quite a few times.
Of course, that was then followed by the couple of episodes there where you basically didn't say anything except walked around and sighed quite a bit.
I sighed and I screamed. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Now, there is a nice bit in the episode, I think it's 3, where you're just walking around. I had completely forgotten that there was a movie playing in the theater that you were sitting in, and you, besides being Shinji watching the movie, you were also some kind of scientist in the movie. You were doing a German accent.
Yeah, the German bar, yes.
And to make it even more twisted, Amanda Wynn was in the movie yelling something, and at the same time, she and Jason were necking in the row in front of you, which we recorded very simply by putting them together in a booth and letting them have at it.
Mac down. And you left the room, I'm sure.
And I left the room, yeah. Yes. And
nothing but a box of prophylactics and a spatula. So anyway.
Yeah. Now, there was a lot of stuff like that we were doing on Ava, though. I remember we stuck you in the background quite a bit because you would just get so, like, okay, I need to do something to get some energy.
Anything else, yeah. Yes. We had some fun ones on that. I don't remember what all we did as far as the background. I remember a couple of them. The German guy, I remember. And that was a lot of fun.
You did a dog. You did Scooby-Doo.
That's right.
Yeah, because there was the one bit where the Japanese joke was that in Japanese the sound a dog makes is wan. And so they had all these multiplication things. It was the arithmetic dog. So we had substituted the old talking dog, what's got extra sandpaper stuff. And you can actually hear all this stuff in the show if you listen real close. Mm-hmm. There's nothing going on. So let's see, what you're saying, how you got into it with Amanda. Exactly how'd you get into acting in general?
Well, oddly enough, I was a sophomore in high school, and I was going to take some drama courses because I was going to be a lawyer, because that's where the money was. And I took some drama. As I auditioned, got the lead in the first play I ever auditioned for. It was Charlie's Aunt, and I was hooked. That was it. From then on, I've known I want to be an actor. I went straight through high school, went to U of H drama school, 4 years, studied with some of the best teachers in the world back then, and went pro after a few years in college and been doing it ever since.
Yeah, because, I mean, I've been hearing your voice on the radio here in Houston for as long as I can remember. I mean, you're the voice of Wieners, which is was a department store chain.
Yes, that was fun.
And you were voice of Astroworld for a while, weren't you?
1 year. Yeah,
1 year,
they kept me for 1 year, and I think I was too expensive for them. I don't think they liked me. I had a hard-ass agent. We really reamed them. They didn't want to pay me on certain things, and my agent said, I don't think so. So I didn't do it again, but it was fun. It was all right. Lots of radio spots. I've done, tons of that. But ADV is a fun outlet, though. I mean, you guys get to do this kind of stuff. I don't really get to scream a whole lot in my everyday life, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, you've done quite a few characters besides Shinji. I know we kind of turned the casting on its side with Akito and Nadesco. It was kind of like, okay, this is the guy that Shinji would be if he had any kind of gumption whatsoever.
That was fun. But the second Nadesco that we just did,
the movie, yeah,
it was, man, that was a total different thing. I wasn't expecting that, but it was all right. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this.
Well, I mean, we're talking about everything in general. So I'm trying to think of some of the other shows you've done.
Well, one of my favorites was, not Gunsmith. It was a Blue Seed, the one where I played Jackalhead.
That was Jackalhead was Burn Up W.
Burn Up W, that's it. That's one of my favorites of all time. And me and Amanda always were like, "That's fun." That was really crazy. And that one, Suikoden Takateru. I like that one. And another one that I really, really enjoyed was Little Boy.
Yeah, Spriggan.
In Spriggan. Did that ever come out, by the way?
Well, yeah, it did. It did play in the theaters briefly. Unfortunately, it opened in the theaters 2 weeks after 9/11, which is the wrong time for that show.
Pretty much.
It's done astonishingly well on home video, though. It's done really, really well.
Great.
But,
yeah, I enjoyed doing that. I saw it the other night, and I don't remember any of it. I was, hammered. But the thing was, I did see it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, is coming back and look at these things after all this time. It's like, I don't even remember doing that, but I guess we did it because it's on tape.
Exactly. I really, I have to go back and look at my resume and see what I did. I don't remember. I do remember doing that one. I don't remember what it was, but I just came in. We did a whole bunch of different voices. I did the old English maid. And very Monty Python-esque.
That was the Golden Boy. I think it was
Golden
the second
Boy.
one, yeah.
That was so much fun
Where you were
to do.
The radio truck.
The radio truck. He won't urinate through his skin like a shark. He'll bake you bread. And but my favorite, how we all got in the booth.
Yes.
Back when we had that one booth, we had 6 or 7 people in the booth, and we're all beating the crap out of each other at the very end and go, "I want to live in America." And it made it through the cut.
Yeah, it made it all the way through.
That was funny.
Yeah, that's how that stuff works. It's the most random things that show up.
Oh, it is. It's just fun when you come in and you don't really know what you're saying. Sometimes when we come in, we don't have the lines. What was that one we just did? It was just my boss smells hot vinegar.
Puni poemi, yeah. That was great.
Did I get all 3 of those voices?
No, because I'd already cast the other 2 guys, and so it was kind of like I played it for everybody, and everyone was just cracking up, and they all agreed. Yeah, you could sort of vaguely hear Spike in there, and so it already promised the other 2 parts, and it came out well. But
which one did I get? Did I get the deep, weird one?
Vinegary. That was just the most surreal voice.
My boss smells vinegary.
I always find it fascinating that you did Shinji on the one hand, and then you did the pedophile in Excel Saga on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Which may be probably the single most disturbing character.
Well, it's probably, if you think about it, it might be Shinji when he grows up. You never know.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. Except, of course, as we all know, Shinji never does grow up because everybody dies.
Yeah.
We never really do find out, depending upon which version.
Man. That was fun. Well, I just did another one. I played a real Zen character. It was with Steven. I don't remember what it was, but I wish I could.
Super Milk-chan?
No. It was Sayuki.
Oh, Sayuki, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really liked playing that one because it was really kind of zen and cool and just kind of relaxed. I don't get a chance to do many deep voices very often, though, but I've got a little cold right now, so that's why it's a little extra deep. But I'd like to do more deep voices, if you don't mind.
Yeah, because, of course, you had to come back and match to Shinji when we just did the director's cuts, and that was interesting after all that time.
It's very difficult, because if I don't get it just right, I sound like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, actually, the comments on that the director's cut have been really good. People have said, wow, you can tell it matches well, but there's a depth that wasn't there before. And I guess it's just you lived with Shinji for so long.
Yeah.
He's been kind of lurking back in the head.
It's a very, very odd. I mean, I really that's the character I identify with most with anime. Period. Was this one? I spent more time with this one than anything else because we were just starting out. It took us longer. You know, we were really trying to get our legs down, and now we can come in here and we know what we're doing.
Yeah,
we're really good at it.
This show, for those who are listening to this, it took us nearly 2 years to dub the show, and that was partially because we were only doing 2 episodes at a time, and it was just intermixed with a bunch of other shows. We were doing Blue Seed and Ava and Burn Up W and Gunsmith Cats and the Devil Hunter Yokos and all those at the same time, and plus a bunch of standalones.
Well, it was fortunate because on those, I wasn't really doing any big roles on any of them. I had some pretty smaller roles on, each one of those ones you just mentioned. I had a little one here, a little one there. So
on those, there were a couple of bigger ones. So like you were Yugo in Battle Angel, which was quite a large character.
Yes, I remember that was good.
And boy, I'm
we
really,
did Fire Emblem too.
Fire Emblem, yeah,
and that was a good one. I remember that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, one of those ones where they never finished it in Japan, so it's kind of like it's not much of an ending, but
there you go. But
it was a fun show. But but yeah, it took us forever. I think we did 2 episodes at a time through the 18th episode, and then went to 3 episodes at a time to wrap it up there at the end, something like that. But it was
a long one. It definitely was a long haul.
Yeah, I can remember you getting really frustrated with Shinji over the period. It's like the character does not evolve. He keeps sliding back.
It's so emasculating. I mean, really. You come in and like, okay, back then I was pretty buff, I was working out, I'm feeling pretty good. I come in, all right, and then I just gotta be a wuss. I had to show my softer side, and it was, it was fine. It's character, like anything else. You play it, but after a while, you just
Yes, I remember when we finally finished it, and the ad lib that you did at the end, the alternate ending. And since, assuming probably everybody in the Western Hemisphere who's going to see Ava has seen it now, you might want to reprise some of that. But it was.
I just heard it the other day when I was showing a friend, some of the stuff, and I said I came across it in a box. Oh no, I didn't really even had that. And played it, and it was just. I have no idea what I said, but it's something like. Everywhere it all ends. Everybody's standing on a model of the Earth or whatever it was, saying congratulations. And I'm about to lose my mind trying to figure out what the hell just happened. I'm like, excuse me, is this it? Is that all there is? Is that the end? I mean, I'm kind of alone here. Does a bus run through here? I mean, come on. There's got to be more. It was bizarre, man. It was just so funny at the end because it was just.
I know, 2 years of work and it ends there, and you're like,
you got to be kidding me.